Hey everyone, this is Sparta here, and welcome back to another video. I recently got commissioned to make a set of dragon bookends for a really good friend of mine, and I accepted the challenge. This literally was one of the coolest commissions I think I've done to date. I haven't done many dragons, at least full-on painted. I've done the flexi dragons, but this was cool because I was able to encapsulate all my artistic liberties, dry brushing, all those techniques, and I was able to make something really cool in my opinion. Let me know what you think of this whole thing. This print took about 20-ish hours to print solely the dragon. That doesn't count the box for the bookends. But yeah, we're going to be just using this cheap acrylic paint I got from Michael's, and this is the reference we're going to be using for our paint. So I just whip out some red and black. I make a nice little black wash, thoroughly layering this thing because we printed it in black. I like printing in darker colors, seeing how the layers develop. Don't mind me, we're going to be doing a little Spotify skip break because, you know, whenever you got those strand of playlist songs that you just don't want to listen to in that moment, you just got to hard skip like 12 times in a row. My goal was to make this kind of like Shrek dragon vibe, but then I was referring to the reference and it's a lot darker. It's practically black with like a red glow around it, but I wanted to do a red dragon. We're building upon those tones here, doing all the scales and the little intricate like bumps and ridges. I really enjoy building upon the shadows, textures, the highlights. That is one of my favorite things to work. I was building up a bunch of washes. My plate, I don't even have a palette. I have a solid paper plate that I use. My color palette was a lot of orange and reddish tones. This thing had so much layers and build up to it, and at the end of the day I was really shocked because I kept perfectly color matching the last piece I painted. Doing the claw was one of the easier tasks just because it's a smaller part of the model. I almost went too bright with this. Like I said, I was trying to do like Shrek dragon vibes and I kept referring back to the reference and I almost made it too bright, and I didn't want a cartoonish dragon. I wanted to be a dark desolation. This thing has been locked away and it's like losing its color. It's fading. I still wanted to retain some highlights. I wanted some bright tones but not anything cartoonish. Going through the tail was a task because I never have a good way of holding something while it has paint. My goal is to paint the whole thing one go, not look back. I don't care if it gets on my hand at this point because I'm always caked in paint. I think at the end of the day, I always have more paint on my hands than the actual model. I try utilizing as little paint as possible, but it also is bad when I have such a paint palette. This color was not anything I had in a bottle. The spikes were so intricate, and getting to paint each individual spike in all the nails and all the talons, all the fangs. It was tedious, but it was so worth it in the end. I really liked the bone color. I didn't want anything bright white because that just doesn't look right. I'm going for something aged. Eventually, I worked my way towards highlighting the scales. I really liked the reddish maroon base and then the orangish highlighted. I eventually turned it a little more pinkish, but it still had orange remnants in it. We went in with just a solid gold color for the eyes. They were very simple to paint, as it was only 2 layers for the eyes. If you guys have any ideas or suggestions for something I should do in the future, let me know. I've been making so many Funko Pops recently, focused on Invincible and Walking Dead. I love seeing what you guys have to say and any suggestions. I really appreciate it, and all the support recently. Check out the YouTube, check out the TikTok. Wherever you're watching, consider following, leaving a like. Anything and everything supports the channel and helps me out. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace!